Hey friends, welcome back in. Local entrepreneur and author GJ Gerard comes to us with a new book for children. It's called I Caught a Little Rainbow.
That's right, and here to talk more about it is author GJ Gerard. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you guys very much for having me. First of all, before we get started, I want to say I got to meet Logan with the Speak Cheesy.
Yes.
What an amazing young man.
Right?
I just had to say, what a pleasure. Definitely support that business if you can. It was my first time hearing about it. What he's accomplished.
Cool.
He was 24 years old.
I know,
That
right?
blew my mind.
It's
seriously.
I just had to
wonderful.
say, what a pleasure to meet him. I know this is about the book, but I had to say, let's support that guy.
Yeah,
Really
I
cool.
agree.
Appreciate
Anyway.
that.
Thank you for having me. Yes, this
yeah.
children's book. I came up with this concept for a couple of reasons, but the big one I think was, let's write a book that is exciting for parents to read as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
Hallelujah.
what, yeah.
Right there.
I don't think I can remember reading anything to my son or daughter that was like, hey, this was for me.
Right.
This was for
And
me.
not only do we have to read it, but we read it 1,000 times,
That's
too.
right.
Correct. So this has exciting, fun, big words that all rhyme and are flowery and flow together, so
Yeah.
it's not monotonous for a parent to read. I wrote this, though, as a parent. Being a parent's exhausting. Every day is long. And at the end of your day, when you're doing that nighttime that you wished for your whole life to hold that baby to sleep, unfortunately, the day's taken so much out of you, you're like, I just want this to be over. I just want this to be over. I found myself feeling that way a lot.
Yeah.
And that is the exact opposite of what I wished for when I was little. I want to be in these moments. So this is not only a book that is digestible for children, that's, live in the moment is the premise of this book, but it's for parents that have had a really long day that don't have anything left to give. It's nice realignment to let you know that you're right where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Where were you 15 years ago
Right?
when our kids were little? This sounds awesome. Walk us through the story. What's the journey?
Yes, so this book is about a little girl frog who's waiting to go outside to play because it's raining, and then it stops raining, and then she goes outside. She sees her very first rainbow. It is so beautiful that she takes it home. She tries to stuff it under her bed, digs a hole in the backyard, drags it to the basement, spends the entire day trying to keep it safe for later. But then the rainbow disappears, and it tells her so. And she realizes, oh man, I missed the moment. I spent so much time trying to keep the moment, it went right by me. So the next time she sees the rainbow, she only plays with it and has the best day ever. And the last 2 pages of the book say, so every time I see that big old rainbow, it reminds me of what's important. When you love something, you can keep it in your heart, but you never put it in the story.
What a great
Oh,
message.
love it.
And a message for everyone.
Yeah, that's
as you
right.
said, as you led with.
It's
So
a great,
important.
it's a great reminder for me,
Yeah.
and a lot of parents. I'm not the only person that really the steam behind this has frankly been the parents' reactions. There's lots of kids that have enjoyed this. We got to read it at Ashland Elementary, a couple Montessori schools. I'm forgetting others. We've given them, we've sold 500 copies, but also donated 500 copies to Children's Hospital, Shriners across the street. We love to use this as a little beacon of hope for people that had no expectation in that day of something neat happening.
I love it.
That is great.
Thank goodness for Renaissance men like yourself, to where, you have so many interests, you have so many things that you do, but how did you know that this was rattling around in there?
I've always been the creative type. As far as creative writing goes, I didn't start as a 2, humbly enough. I think I was much better than that. So I write songs. I actually have a movie script I'm working on. This is the first of 3 books that I've written that are children's books, also for adults. I have unwavering ADHD, so I'm kind of forgetting the question you asked me originally.
No,
How did you come up with the idea?
We got there.
Well, funny enough, so that's part of the reason I put my wife's name on there. Thanks for asking that. I found a story that she wrote when she was a little girl that was not exactly the same, but talked about a tangible rainbow, and I thought, what a neat concept for something that we all know goes away.
Yes.
Aw.
I can do this.
It's
I
a
love
great
that.
idea.
Most songs are like that. You think of the theme, and the rest will kind of happen.
I love you.
Right.
You have her on there with you on the cover,
That's
too.
right.
Nothing that
which
I've
is great.
achieved in my life that I'm proud of would have been possible without her patience and enthusiasm.
Aw.
I don't need a lot of motivation, but I do need tolerance. Last night I was out delivering groceries to a single mother until 10, while my wife was putting the kids to bed. And so that's what I mean.
Team
I have
effort.
a lot of enthusiasm to help people that takes a lot of cooperation from
Yeah,
my
it
better
sure
half.
does.
Oh, that's awesome
well,
to
that's
hear.
great. And where can people find
Yeah,
you?
how do we get
Right.
this?
So to get a book delivered to you, it's icalr.com. If you'd like to pick one up immediately, you can come to Counterculture Plus in Lexington in the Warehouse Block, and also in the Warehouse Block, if you cannot afford a copy but would like one for your kids, we keep them at the Kenwick Table Coffee House on Owsley Avenue for free to pick up.
Oh, that's really
Wonderful.
awesome.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, Logan.
Thanks
we
for
appreciate
introducing
it.
us to this.
GJ. Unbelievable. I'm out of here.
Sorry, you had the speak cheesy on my brain.
We're gonna close with this great cover and
Thank you.
our thanks for putting this out
Thank
into the
you so
universe.
much.
Yes, thank you so much
For the
coming
time to
in.
get this out there. It's
Come
beautiful.
back and visit us for the movie script, for the
I'm
music,
coming.
for everything else.
You wouldn't believe.
Look forward to it. Back after this, gang. Stick around.